takes about 4 hours to drive from here. The last part of the road is what takes a long time because it's dirt road, and it takes an hour just for the dirt road that goes 20 miles up through. Katagiri Sensei mostly takes care of San Francisco. Suzuki Roshi's here part of the time. Students practice here, and this was, of course, a satisfactory and sufficient place to practice for a long time. But more and more the students felt the need to have a more intensive opportunity to study and more opportunity to spend with the teacher. And so sort of Zen Mountain Center developed naturally out of that interest. And now that we have Tassajara, Zen Mountain Center, now what we do is the students begin here in San Francisco and then study at Tassajara, like step 2. And then the third step is to back in the city and just leading an ordinary life, practicing here and working or whatever. Tassajara isn't meant to be, isolated, or people aren't meant to go there for forever. Just 1 year or 6 months or 2 months or 3 years or something. And what would you like, Sally? A glass of milk or Coca-Cola? Coke for her. And then you have something in your eye? Yeah, it's all red.
Then I have something in it.
Yeah, so don't poke at it too much. Would you like root beer or orange? They don't have any Coke. When people ask me, what is Zen or something like that, and that's, traditionally you're not supposed to be able to answer that question because it's impossible to answer. So, since I'm not very traditional, I try to give an answer. And the answer I usually give is that, maybe a very traditional answer, is that Zen doesn't exist. And I say, if I was going to give a shorthand definition of Zen, I'd say it's a mental and physical practice aimed at freeing you from all mental and physical conceptualizations or patterned ways of experiencing, feeling, thinking about things. And that Buddhism itself should free you, the mental part of Buddhism, the intellectual part, should free you from intellectualizations and free you from Buddhism itself. And the physical part the physical practice should open up your mind and body so that they're one in a full experience. Would Dogen agree with that kind of expression, or would he say I talk too much? I'd be scared to ask Dogen. I'm a little scared to ask you.
I think so. Yeah, very good. Reality or Buddha nature or essence of mind, whatever you call it, it is reality, and it is our mind itself and our body itself. So body or reality or mind is actually the same thing in the because when mind and body become one with our surrounding, that is reality. So one covers the other two, and to make our best effort on each moment forever, it's our practice. And that is his interpretation of Zen. So I think your explanation is perfect.
And what happened was the students had really come far enough, a lot of them, through the sesshin practice, the all-day sittings, to need, more contact with Roshi, more opportunity to practice. And so the alternative was sort of an en masse departure for Japan. And then we found Tassajara. My wife and I camped there in the area and happened to wonder where this dirt road wandered off into the mountains. And we just followed it and followed it and followed it. And my wife kept saying, it's getting darker and darker, and we got to go back. And I kept saying, I got to find out what's at the end of that road. And we drove in, and it was just getting nightfall, and they said, well, you can look around. It looked like a sort of very mysterious retreat for I didn't know what. But anyway, we drove back out. It always stayed in my mind. And for the next year and a half or so, I kept trying to find out why there was private land in there. Finally, somebody gave me an address, which then I lost. And a year or so later, I got it again and called, and then we went down and visited it. People had shown us land for years. It was the first land that I'd seen Suzuki Roshi ever really excited about. We bought the 160 acres there, which is surrounded by national forest, which is one of the great things about it. It's a 350,000 acre national forest, and there's a few islands of private homestead land left. And we bought one of them. And it also was an old carriage trade resort in the 1880s, 90s, and early